Hola everyone, it's me Haxley here, and today I'm joined by Paladrex, the Peacekeeper.
Yes, no copyright on me, DC.
They do have a Peacekeeper character though.
Who? What? I haven't heard of him.
DC Comics, that's what Batman's been dealing with, the
The
Peacekeepers.
Peacekeeper. What? Hold on. Let me. This is what I get for not keeping up with my Batman comics.
I thought you were reading Future State Batman with Jace.
Oh shoot! I forgot about them. That's what they're called. Oh my gosh! Yeah, I forgot that's what they were called. And I stopped reading it because I don't like that comic book. I don't like Jason's Batman.
I thought you were enjoying him for a while.
Eh, maybe I just need to read like I don't know. His origin is kind of confusing, and it just makes me not like the Foxes.
Well, Paladrex has joined the Peacekeeper Corps for the Magistrate.
I guess it seems I had joined the magistrate. Unintentionally so, but I am now a part of the magistrate and I am hunting down your beloved heroes.
If you wear a mask, you're being hunted by him.
Exactly.
But for now, he's here on our show where we'll be talking about Peacemaker episode 7. Stop dragging my heart around. I don't know how I was supposed to say this.
This is the third or fourth episode in a row that has been spectacular.
Third or fourth? You haven't been enjoying, like, I guess you didn't enjoy the first three.
I enjoyed it, but it was just not like, it wasn't shaking my boots. Like it wasn't holding me firmly and slapping me across the face, telling me how wonderful of a show it is. These last four episodes have been spectacular, though.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was not going where I thought it was going. I was really expecting, like, the team to get, like, sandwiched between the Nazis and the aliens. But no, we dealt with one problem. We're dealing with one problem at a time. So we start off with the White Dragon, Peacemaker's own father, having his own Iron Man suit. I was not expecting it to be all Iron Man like, with the flying and the lasers.
I think that's how it is in the comics. I don't know much about that character, but from when I Google him, it's kind of like that.
He rides a White Dragon in the comics.
Never mind.
I don't know if he always rides a White Dragon into battle, but there's definitely been times where
How
he's
did he
just
get a
riding a White
dragon?
Dragon. It's never been explained where the dragon comes from.
You heard it first. Restaurant is is racist.
But yeah, he shows up, attacks the van they're in, and Vigilante buys Peacemaker and Economos some time to get away. And it frightened me so badly because I thought Vigilante just blew himself up.
I really thought he died like that, and I was like, that would be really dumb if they
It's
killed him
like,
like that.
no! Because I've grown to love Vigilante as a person. At first, I thought he was a complete psychopath.
He is.
He still is. You're right. You're right.
But he's a complete psychopath that I can get behind.
We support this psychopath. Thankfully, he survived the explosion, and he kind of carries himself to a car that is thankfully not locked and still has the keys to the ignition still inside. And he starts to drive away, where he passes out from his injuries. And then we move on to what Peacemaker and Economist are doing, trying to run away.
Peacemaker threw off his helmet to avoid the...
Yeah, after some questioning on how they found him, he realized they're tracking the helmet.
Makes
so we need to ditch the helmet. And the only way possible is with Economist grabbing a raccoon and tying the helmet to the raccoon's tail.
We unfortunately saw Eagly get injured. Very gut-wrenching moment for everybody.
Yeah. Once the Nazis found out they were just chasing a raccoon, they found their way back to Vigilante and Peacemaker and Economist, and a fight ensued. Eagly fought hard, but White Dragon just slapped him to the ground. I thought it was the end of Eagly. I thought my heart was going to break again.
If they had killed Eagly in that moment, I think I would have shed some tears.
Yeah. We continue the fight with Peacemaker being mad that his psychic Eagly, the eagle, has been taken down, and it's time. It's finally time for Peacemaker to kill his racist father.
His racist, homophobic,
hate rock and roll father.
Hates rock and roll, hates the youth, hates his very hateful father. I was trying to find all the cysts.
I was just like remembering like when he was like yelling at Peacemaker, like, I knew you were bad listening to the devil's music, for sleeping with the women of impurity and the men. I was like, oh, He's been sleeping with the men too.
That caught me off guard. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Peacemaker hasn't seemed like he's been interested in men, but okay.
Yeah, like he's hitting all angles actually.
Yeah, but he's so completely okay with killing aliens.
Just the aliens.
Just the aliens are okay in his book right now. But yeah, while that side of the team's dealing with that, over on the other side with Hardcore, Abodai and Mern,
Adebayo.
Adebayo and Mern,
Yeah.
they're dealing with the butterflies, knowing where they are, and they hunt down Mern, and we see them kill Mern. How are we feeling for that?
It was interesting. I didn't care for Mern probably as much as most people did, but it was sad seeing him get squeezed into the infective Song's hand and just thrown to the side like trash.
Yeah, leaving the team to find a new leader in Hardcore to go find the cow and defeat the aliens.
It was very interesting because it does show that the aliens aren't necessarily 100% with Goth and how she's doing.
Oh yeah, they seem pretty terrified that Goth just killed one of their own.
Yeah.
So the team reconvenes at a veterinarian clinic where we see Eagly is thankfully still alive and with us.
And graces Peacemaker with yet another hug after a little heartwarming scene between him and Adebayo.
Yeah,
not
warms her.
Not yet, right?
Hmm?
He doesn't have the scene with Adebayo yet, right? It's like after.
Which scene are you talking about?
Where they like squash their beef. Did they squash their beef at all?
I don't think they ever squashed their beef.
Yeah, Peacemaker is definitely still mad at her. Yeah.
I think they decided they still have to do this together as a team. But it touched her heart enough for her to stay on the team and help them fight the butterflies.
And Peacemaker finally got his picture of him and Eagle.
They did get their picture. But I also want to talk about the veterinarians with Vigilante wanting to kill them.
I mean, from his point of view, it makes sense.
In the end, they do know too much. But in the end, when they explained everything and talked about the team building, it was just hilarious how they had weapons and were ready to go into battle.
Yeah, I was like, where did y'all get guns? Like, what? They were ready to go to battle.
And the Peacemaker were like, no. You guys will just get slaughtered the moment you get there. I mean, true, they're not trained to fight, but wouldn't you want more help fighting an alien invasion?
I was all for them expanding the team with these random veterinarians.
I don't know. Like, for all I know, this could have been the introduction to Dog Welder.
No, what?
He's a hero in DC Comics. Dog Welder. He welds dogs to people's faces.
He's a hero?
Yes.
That welds dogs to people's faces?
Yes.
A hero.
What I understand, he is a hero with the team Section 8.
This is the thing about comic books that sometimes I can just never get behind. They do whatever. They don't care. What a hero who welds dogs to people's faces. Okay.
So I think one of the veterinarians or nurses is Dog Welder, honestly.
I need to see this.
Because over here on his Wikipedia page, it says alignment good.
It does say he's good.
But he spends his time trapping and killing dogs in alleyways.
This hero traps and kills dogs and welds them to people's faces. He is obsessed, apparently. A strong compulsion to weld dogs to people's faces. And he's mute. His weapons are dogs. Dog Welder welds dogs to people.
I did see other people make the connections like, what if that veterinarian's going to be a villain in a future series for Vigilante for threatening to kill them and not letting them join the team? I was like, maybe Dog Welder.
Dog Welder is 100% a possibility.
Would you be down to see Dog Welder? I mean, we've seen them talk about all sorts of things like Batmite, Matter Eater Lad.
I don't know if Dog Welder is a character I can get behind. I don't know if he's a character I can get behind. I'll be honest with you.
But Silverback, that's good.
I mean, Silverback is one thing. It's, a cybernetic gorilla who attacks people. This person, all he does is weld dogs to people's faces.
And somehow he's a good guy. That's the thing that caught me off guard when I first looked into him.
Yeah, like what? And it's like I'm pretty sure animal cruelty is still illegal. I'm pretty sure, especially at that degree.
I would imagine so. I mean, I don't even think Section 8's like that good of a superhero team. I think they're very low barrel people.
Obviously, if one of their members is a guy who welds dogs to people's faces, this like I said, this thing I can't deal with comic book characters. They just literally do whatever. Like somebody thought of this. He's like, "Yo, let's make a hero who welds dogs to people's face."
Well,
What drug were you on?
the second Dog Welder lives in Gotham City, and he's also good.
Now you got me looking up Section 8. Six Pack is the leader. His special ability is grotesque drunkenness and beating villains with broken off liquor bottles. He talks in a stream of comic cliches, and he thinks he's a real superhero and does not seem to realize that all his super heroic encounters are just drunken dreams.
One of their team members is Bueno Excelente.
An obese, sweaty, and bald Latino in an overcoat who defeats evil with the power of perversion. Oh my gosh.
Does he just like flash people?
He often preceded by the only things he says are bueno or excelente, and often preceded by a creepy chuckle.
You know, we might not need this team to show up any point.
He has a career in porn films, and has also become a small internet meme.
You know, Jeff, I'm okay with this team never showing up anywhere.
This is a very, very, very. This is not a team of heroes. The Defenstrator.
We're missing the part of how their alignment is good.
A large, burly man in a denim jacket and black sunglasses with black hair who obsessively carries around a window through which he forcefully throws criminals and occasional unlucky policemen through. What? He ended up in Arkham Asylum, thankfully.
I think the whole team should just go there, honestly, at this point.
Friendly Fire is a large, hapless man in a red cowl. Friendly Fire would easily be the most powerful of Section 8's heroes if he were to shoot anything other than allies with the potent bolts of energy he fires from his hands. So he actually has powers.
But he only shoots allies. You don't think welding dogs to people's faces is a power? I feel like you shouldn't just be able to do that. I feel like you should just burn and not melt things with a torch.
Jean the Baton, a bizarrely gaunt walking French caricature who defeats enemies with the power of Frenchness, has it expressed by savage beatings with a baguette and occasionally blinding others with rings of garlic and onions. Then you got Flemgem, a sickly, thin, bald man with a green
How many people are on this team?
It's just one more person after Flemgem. And a purple domino mask who has the ability to produce and expel large volumes of phlegm, which can blind, suffocate, and simply disgust the evildoers.
Ew.
And then Shakes, a thin, very hangry vagrant who upsets people through stutters and overall shaking palsy. He's frequent accidental target of friendly fire. He dies trying to take out the many-angled ones when he grabs the grenades and runs into a petrol station. And then you got like the other members, but they don't matter. There's the Grappler, a man with grappling hooks and guns, who is also an annoying tool who won't shut his stupid mouth.
Okay, well, let's just assume Section 8 is never coming into any DC property anytime soon.
I mean, I'm okay with Friendly Fire. Oh, he died because he blew his own head off.
He really sucks at aiming. He's like worse than the Stormtroopers, it sounds like.
Yeah, he's a very interesting character.
All right, moving on back to the veterinarians. We tie them up, and they move on to the ranch, or whatever we want to call this place, where the cow is. And oh boy, I'm not sure if this cow is hideous or kind of cute.
It's disgusting, actually.
Does it not remind you of Silky, though?
Like from Teen Titans?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Silky was cute, small, and adorable. This is disgusting.
I mean, I thought it kind of looks kind of similar to Silky. It was like, what if this is still Killer Moth? Because Killer Moth was responsible for Silky in Teen Titans, right?
Maybe. I don't remember. It's been a while. I need to rewatch Teen Titans. That's like the more we watch Peacemaker, and the more we talk about it, the more I realize I need to rewatch the original Teen Titans.
But nothing from Teen Titans has to do with Peacemaker. It's just me making weird theories, like maybe a moth, butterfly. I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not. Maybe not, because Killer Moth is still a human.
Perhaps we get a Peacemaker season 2, and after the finale of Peacemaker, and that's when they introduce Killer Moth.
You think we're getting a season 2?
Why not?
I don't know. I feel like this could just be a standalone one season thing.
But I want Killer Moth, actually. Maybe we get another spinoff just called Economos.
I mean, James Gunn already said that he came to DC with an idea for another TV show about another member of the Suicide Squad.
And I'm all for it.
I don't know who he's going to do anything with. Me and Mai were talking about it last week. I was like, what if he makes us fall in love with Weasel?
No, there's no falling in love with Weasel. Who's alive?
Weasel?
It would probably be like a Ratcatcher 2 series.
Ratcatcher, King Shark, Bloodsport. Nathan Fillion's character, Detachable Arm Kid, is still alive.
Oh, TDK is. Well, I mean, yeah, TDK is still alive. Yeah, it's not Detachable Arm Kid. It's the Detachable Kid. Actually, come on.
Okay. We got Harley Quinn. Mai brought up the idea of a prequel because she was interested in the Javelin story.
That'd be interesting. I did like Javelin.
His character was pretty good.
He was interesting.
Flula Borg has also done other stuff with DC. Like, I didn't know this till recently. He did a whole album as Javelin, doing songs about the other members of the squad. He wrote a song about Amanda Waller and Harley Quinn and everything.
Huh. It's kind of cool. Let me check that out.
And then obviously he was in Aquaman, the animated cartoon we watched not that long ago.
Oh, I didn't notice. Who was he?
He was like the shrimp or something.
One
of those thieves.
That very interesting TV show. That wasn't that bad. In my opinion.
We're pretty much caught up to where we are. We have one episode left, episode 8.
The finale.
How are we feeling about the series so far? Where do we think it's going to go?
I love the series. It was a slow burner for me to start, but it ended up catching me week by week, and now I'm enjoying it immensely. Looking forward to the finale. Hopefully they can wrap it up well. If the finale is as good as the show has been deeming it to be, then I will give this show an A+ rating and say James Gunn should do more DC TV shows.
Yeah. For me, I enjoyed the show pretty much from the start. I've been enjoying every step of the way. Been in love with the intro. I can't skip it at all, honestly. And I've just grown to love the characters more and more as I've seen them. As for where I think it's going, I have no idea. I have no idea what James Gunn's plan was for like any of this. Every time I see something, I have some idea, and then it just goes out the window. So, yeah, I have no idea how this last battle could go. They could all die for all I know, because I don't know if season 2 has been announced.
They could all die for all we know. Or we can get another spin-off and they can introduce Killer Moth at the end of this series. Oh, isn't Black Adam or like some kind of tie-in supposed to happen in this finale?
I don't know, not that I know of.
I recall someone saying something about that. Hold on, let me double check my messages.
I see on episode 4, there's a newspaper that said Intergang seizes control in the nation of Kahndaq.
What does that mean?
Kahndaq is Black Adam's country. That's the one he's king.
That was probably the tie-in then. I don't know. Someone told me about the show is going to tie into something. Like the finale is going to tie into something, or show us something for one of the upcoming films, which I assume would be Black Adam.
It could, but it might not. I honestly don't know where anything is going, especially with the Flash on the horizon about to reset everything.
Yeah,
and the nearest movie being the Batman in like 16 days.
Maybe the show
doesn't even connect to this universe.
Maybe the show is going to end with the Flash. You know, like everything just changes. Like they all start disappearing or whatever.
Like a wave of change coming through.
Yeah, tie into the Flash like that.
So you're all down for season 2 with Killer Moth.
Yeah, because I love this cast. I love these characters. I'm all for it. Adebayo looks like she can step well I wouldn't mind if she stepped up and took over. Well, Hardcore is the leader. I wouldn't mind following a TV show with Hardcore the lead, and then like Peacemaker and Vigilante are still there. Economos, because I've grown to love Economos.
You know what I didn't know till recently? Economos did the live action capture suit for King Shark.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I also didn't know that Hardcore, her actress, is married to James Gunn.
What?
I think that's what I heard.
I did not know that. Now I have to confirm. James Gunn wife.
James Gunn's wife. Oh, maybe
Fisher.
not. I don't know.
Yeah, this is Jenna.
No, it says what happened between Jenna Fisher and first husband. Is he married to now? Maybe he's not married.
He's dating someone. Jennifer Holland.
Well, that's totally her, right?
Is it her? I don't know.
It looks like the same lady.
Yeah, it's her. Okay, so he's dating. Interesting. The director is dating one of the actresses.
I mean, he loves casting his brother too, Sean Gunn. He's been on all his movies.
Hey, keep it close. Why not? As long as the production is going swimmingly, I'm all for it.
Yeah, because Sean Gunn did Weasel. He played Taserface over in Guardians of the Galaxy. I think Sean Gunn also does the motion capture for Rocket Raccoon.
Oh,
James Gunn's like the director who has his favorites he takes with him to all his projects. Like he kept Batista for a lot of similar projects. I think Robert De Niro's been in multiple projects with him.
I didn't know he directed Scooby-Doo.
Yes, he was the director for the live action Scooby-Doo, wasn't he?
For both of them. Wow, okay. Okay. I was just trying to see how many James Gunn movies I've actually seen at this point.
How many have you seen?
Not that many.
I wouldn't say there have been too many either. He used to do some very obscure things for a while.
I want to watch Brightburn. I had planned to watch Brightburn.
I thought that was his brother.
Huh?
I thought his brother did Brightburn.
It's under him.
I think it was production studio, but I think the director was Sean Gunn for Brightburn. Because I think James Gunn has his own production company.
Brightburn. Yeah, directed by David Yarovetsky. Produced by James Gunn. All right.
He has a Wile E. Coyote screenplay in pre-production.
He didn't direct Scooby-Doo. He was a writer for Scooby-Doo. He wrote the screenplay. Awesome. Okay.
But yeah, we know we're getting another Suicide Squad project from him. If he's interested, maybe we'll get another Peacemaker one. Honestly, don't know, because I feel like this could easily just be a standalone thing and just leave it as it is.
I'm perfectly fine with it being a stand. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with it going either way, honestly. I'm down for whatever he's got to give me. He has not failed me with any DC Comics projects yet, so I am for it.
I'm also surprised how much I enjoy John Cena, because I never really thought him as an actor I would enjoy watching.
Yeah, he's not doing a bad job. I mean, he's not the best actor, obviously, but he's doing a good job.
He looks like he's having fun.
That's what matters, right?
But yeah, that's our show for this week. We're just talking about Peacemaker because we did not watch anything else together. I'm not watching Book of Boba Fett at all, like Paladrex and Myar, and we didn't get around to really watching Catwoman Hunted. So maybe next week we'll be back with season finale of Peacemaker, the whole season talk of Book of Boba Fett,